YouTube, my name is Mesa Sean, and we are back here on Destiny 2. Alright folks, time for another 100K Nightfall Strike guide, and this week we're going to go over the Strange Terrain Nightfall Strike. We'll go over what modifiers to use, and you can see what burn we're using because this is a great week to use the good old Thunderlord, especially on this strike, and it will all make sense when I go through why we chose Arc for this particular strike. The Nightfall Strike exclusive reward is the Braytech Osprey. You want to consider this like Sins of the Past, except with better velocity. This is a Warmind weapon, and when I got it a long time ago, right before Forsaken hit, I made it a solar Braytech Osprey. When you pull it for your collections, it will come as a void Braytech Osprey. When it dropped for me, I was using this over Sins of the Past. Well, mainly because it has almost an identical blast radius, it has cluster bombs, and it's got really good velocity. Now, not velocity like the good old curtain call, but still really good. Now, I can't compare this to the Bad Omens God roll because I do not have that just yet. Alright, let's get into the Nightfall and what you want to do. We went with Arc Singe for our burn or advantage, and then we threw on 3 disadvantages. Grounded, you take more damage while airborne. Match game, enemy shields are highly resistant to all unmatched elemental damage. And also famine, all ammunition drops are significantly reduced. Now, since we were all 600 power, we went with a power handicap of 40. This gave us a score multiplier on top of all the modifiers of 4.25. Here is a pro tip that I don't think I've ever mentioned in any of my Nightfall guides. Go to a destination and do a rally the flag. The reason why you want to do this is because you want to give yourself a lot of heavy ammo. We're using famine, which means not a lot of ammo is going to drop, especially heavy. So go rally a flag at a destination, then you want to go and fire up the Nightfall Strike. As usual, you want to burn through the strike as quickly as you can and kill everything you see, chain a lot of supers, create a lot of orbs. Now, the reason why we went with Arc is for a number of reasons. One is we have match game on, where enemy shields are highly resistant to all unmatched elemental damage. Now, that kind of takes Void out of the equation because there are no Void shields whatsoever. Now, when we run match game, depending on the strike, we will have one person Void, one person Solar, one person Arc in their special slot. You will run into a lot of Boomer Knights with Arc shields and a couple of Hive Wizards that have Solar shields. So we went with one person that had a Solar special weapon, and then the other 2 we went with Arc. Now, when it comes to Solar, I would not recommend Solar, especially for the final room, because Nokris is going to be throwing flames at you all over the place. So break out those freshly acquired Thunderlords and you will have a good time. I would recommend to save your heavy for 2 particular rooms. One is going to be this room right here. When you enter the room, there will be a wanted wizard with a solar shield. You want to try to kill her as quickly as possible. We didn't in this run, but we still got our 200k score. The reason why I say that you want to kill her quickly is because if you don't, she will start roaming around the room, and she has a lot of health. This room also comes in 2 flavors, ogres or shriekers, and either one, and watch this Mesa fell right here. He shoots, he scores. No, it goes right off the rock. It's either shriekers or ogres, and either way, I would just use your heavy, use your Thunderlords, and you could take them down really quickly. When you are taking down the knights that will break the ogre's shield, stay behind rocks. That ogre, even though it's a void blast and it's not void singe, that ogre will kill you really, really quickly. So just really watch where you are, hide behind the rocks, throw those things at it, and just work your way together, okay? See, there's that wizard again. See, we didn't kill it right away. I would recommend as soon as you come in the room, try to kill that thing. Because right now, look, we got to deal with an ogre, and we have to deal with her. But once we pull out our Thunderlords, she's dead as disco. The final room is fairly straightforward. What I would recommend is stick together and work the room together. Chain supers, make orbs, kill as many ads as possible. Her health, like most Destiny Strike bosses, she will go immune after you do a certain amount of damage to her, and then more ads will spawn. But that's good for you because that means more score. Keep in mind also in this final room, or just in the strike in general, to not jump because you have grounded on. You will take more damage. There's a lot of Thrall in this room too, so keep an eye on them. They have arc swipes, so they will do more damage to you if they melee you. That's another reason why I do not choose Blackout on this particular Nightfall Strike, because you will not have a radar, and if they melee you, it's going to cause a lot of damage to you. As you take Nokris's health down, you will have some wizards that spawn, and they have solar shields, so just use your designated activated solar special weapon user to take the shield down, use your Thunderlord. Actually, the wizards are not that beefy, but they do cause some pretty good damage. Once you get to the end where her health is really low, that's when she's going to start throwing flames everywhere. And even though it's Arc Singe, those flames will kill you rather quickly. Another tip that you might want to take into consideration is when you get to the final stages and she's roaming around, split off. Have 2 people on one side and have 1 person on the other. The 1 person can act as a distraction, because if you're all bunched up for most of this room, which you want to do, not at the end, because when she's down to her final stand, she's going to be roaming around, and if you're all bunched up together, she can team wipe you. So that is pretty much it for the guide, guys. Here we are just poking at her because we could have sworn there was 1 more set of ads to come out, which means more score. Anyway, guys, if you liked this video, please leave me a like on the video, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, leave me a hashtag made it to the end to become legend, and that's it, guys. Do me a favor, drop a like in this video, only if you see fit. Follow me on the Twitter at Mesa Sean. Check out my stream, usually always on YouTube, and that is it. I am out of here like Vladimir. And actually, in our runs, none of us got the Braytech Osprey. I mean, I have mine already, but yeah, no one got it. I did get the emblem variant, though. But once you do the Nightfall once and get over 100K score, you could just farm the strike over and over and over, and hopefully you will get it. Let me know in the comment section if you get it. That's it, guys. I'll see you.